authentic, because I feel like I'm being authentic, but I'm not. Like, how am I not being authentic? Hopefully it's not blurry. Is it blurry? I can see myself. That's kind of blurry. All right. Hi, Earthlings. Welcome back to my channel. So I don't know what I'm doing in this video, honestly. I am trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. That expression kind of sucks. I just realized how mean that expression is, but I mean, I get it, whatever. So I just know it's been a while. I moved into a new house and I haven't filmed in a really long time. I still have 2 videos from the old house that I have to film, so that was like a month ago. And I just know right now I have to do my hair and I have to film a video because my daughter is asleep. So now is the perfect time. And instead of doing one thing at a time, which I should do, I'm doing 2 things or 3 things at one time. So what this video is, I'm not sure. Well, I think I know the idea of the video. I know I wanted to talk about authenticity and while I do my hair. And I'm not really styling my hair. I'm just doing a treatment for hair growth because it actually has been working a lot. My hair was like here and now it's like here. But okay, whatever. So what I'm doing, in case anybody is wondering, and it works freaking wonders, is I'm doing a castor oil treatment, which I'm sure plenty of you know about, but I'm doing it mixed with a deep conditioner treatment. And while talking about authenticity. So I realized that I feel like one of my main goals, if not my goal in this, or my purpose in life, is to spread light on authenticity. Because when we're not being authentic, we're not being true to ourselves, which means that we are not living our full purpose. The reason why a lot of us don't know what the hell our purpose is, and the reason why we don't know how to go about our purpose, is because we're not being authentic. So, and authentic doesn't mean like not wearing makeup, being, it doesn't mean things like that. It means not saying what you know has to be said. It means, actually, there's this video on spirit science. If you are really interested in spirituality and you rather watch videos that are way more entertaining than this, and more entertaining like in the sense of like there's like cartoons and stuff like that, there's this YouTube channel called Spirit Science. I highly recommend it, and I will post the video in the description box below of what I'm talking about. But anyways, this is red pimento oil mixed with castor oil, and it's like really for hair growth. So what was I saying? So yeah, I'll put the Spirit Science video down below. But the best way, and I got it from this because I kept asking myself, well, how do I be authentic? Because I feel like I'm being authentic, but I'm not. Like, how am I not being authentic? And how you learn to be more your true self, because we have so many layers of our ego in this life, or right now, that we don't really know what our true self is, because we have so many layers of trauma and so many layers of just negativity, and it's like hiding our true self. So what you do, best said in the Spirit Science video, is stop shining a light on what you're not. So for an example, if you keep looking in the mirror and you keep saying, oh my God, I'm not skinny, I want to be this, I want to be that, and I'm not, blah, 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 and you're focusing on like literally what you don't see in the mirror, focus on, okay, like, yeah, my arms are kind of big, my arms are whatever, but you don't say it in a negative way, just shine the light on what you are. Okay, what I am is beautiful. I wonder if I'll ever be able to make a video without these cuts when I'm like editing and I'm like, oh my God, say something else. Actually, what I wanted to say was look in the mirror and say what you are. Like, not just like, don't force yourself to say you're beautiful and stuff like that, even though you really are. But I mean, it's okay to say that, but also say out loud what you do see. So like, all right, I have big arms. All right, it's just an observation. Just say it out loud. That way you're telling yourself what you are. And when you do this, you're automatically telling your soul, okay, I'm not in alignment. That's the reason why so many of us have insecurities, is because those insecurities it's not a negative thing. They're just showing us what's not aligned in us. So, so if my arms are big and I don't feel right about that, just observe it. I'm observing this. Obviously, this is something this I'm speaking on experience. I just observed it and I said, okay, my arms are big. All right, on to the next thing. I have cellulite. All right, on to the next thing. But like, you're making your heart, which is the essence of your soul, you're making your heart aware of how you see yourself in the mirror. And when you do that, you're able to when you observe, you're able to call in your soul, and your soul has no judgment. Your soul is just like, okay, this is what you really want to be. So if you just observed how you are and you say it out loud, you're telling your heart that what your reality is. And when you do that, you're also in the same time, because if you're saying it without any judgment, if you say it without any judgment, you're just making it aware to your heart. And then your heart will start to change those things that you don't necessarily like about yourself, because you're just not in alignment. It's nothing negative. What I am is beautiful. And if you don't really feel that way, force yourself to say it. Visualize yourself at the most beautiful state in your life. And honestly, guys, beauty has nothing to do with the outside. Once you start taking care on the inside of your body, the beauty will shine out. The only reason why we have a problem with what we see in the mirror is because we're not taking care of the inside. So in a way, when we do see ugliness in the mirror, it's only because that's actually a good thing, because it's a sign from the universe, and it's a sign from your highest self to say, hey, this is what you have to work on. So if you have a lot of acne, you got to ask yourself, why do I have all this acne? And it's honestly beyond the food that you eat. Because yes, the food can lead to it, but why do you have those food problems? Why are you eating the things that are not serving you, you know? So, stop shining a light on what you're not. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I know it's really hard with Instagram and social media and all this shit, and it's good to use it as inspiration, but what I started to do, because I started to realize, like, you know, following all these fitness people on Instagram that show off their body and stuff like that, it's good motivation. I'm not gonna lie. I liked following a lot of like the female like role models in fitness and stuff like that because it's good motivation. But at the same time, I have to ask myself, but do I want to look like that? Why am I forcing myself to look like that? Okay, how to fix that. So why am I forcing myself to look like that when I have my own body, I have my own DNA? What's a six-pack for them might not be what's for me. What if I just am meant to have a little bit of a curvy waist? What if I'm meant to have, you know, just based on how I am, what is my authentic self? You're shining a light on other people and you're not shining a light on yourself. So start shining a light on what you are. What are you? You're beautiful. What are you? You are alive. You are, what are the best qualities about yourself that you like? You have to shine a light on those, because when you do, and and you make awareness. And what I mean by shining a light is being aware, like claiming that out loud. Okay, well, what am I? Like, what do I like about myself? Well, I'm pretty freaking hilarious. I am really compassionate. I really make really good friends. Like, I'm really careful with who I let into my life, which is a good thing. I'm very cautious of, you know, my surroundings, and not in a negative way, just I'm very aware of my surroundings. You know, I like, the best way to do this is to have more appreciation for yourself and to see your beauty is to say the things that you do like. You can't tell me that there's not one thing that you don't like about yourself, you know? It's there. It's somewhere there. And if you cannot find that, you got some inner work that you got to do. Because it's right there in front of your face. And there's people all around you telling you your good qualities. And, you know, you're saying, no, thank you. Oh, thank you. No, you know, you're trying to be humble. But accept those compliments, you know, because the more you accept those compliments, whether you believe them or not, you're going to end up seeing them. That's one thing I had to do with my relationship with Sean. Every time he was saying, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And I just freaking woke up out of the freaking bed with a freaking bun on my head. Instead of saying, really? Or whatever, like I have to say, thank you, babe. Thank you. Thank you. And that way you accept that reality of that he sees. And then you end up seeing that same thing. So the next time you get out of bed and with a bun in your hair, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I am cute. Whoa, I look really cute right now. So, oh yeah, I forgot to put the deep conditioner in. For weak, brittle hair. I don't have weak, brittle hair, but that just means that it's probably really moisturized. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna make sure. Oh yeah, so the castor oil really helps hair growth, like big time. I remember like 2 years ago, when I started my job at Marriott, I went to go get a haircut and they cut my hair to like here. I wasn't paying attention. All I asked for was a trim and they cut my hair that was like from here to here. And I was like devastated. So I wore my hair for like 2 or 3 months. Nah, I would say like maybe 2 months. I wore my hair for like 2 straight months in a bun at my job because I had castor oil on my scalp. So like castor oil weighs your hair down, so it's gonna look really greasy and stuff. So the only way to wear my hair was to put it up. And so honestly, I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. It's going on 3, and I swear my hair was like up to here, and it's already coming down to here. So I'm happy about it. This is like the best freaking hair growth. You just have to sacrifice hair days because you're gonna have to just put your hair up in a bun or find cute updos, because you cannot wear your hair. I mean, you can, but it's gonna look greasy and kind of gross. So this is a deep conditioner. This is by Maui. The focus sucks right now. Maui, focus. There we go. Oh, it is focusing. Boom. This is a cheap one too, so it's pretty good. So anyways, that's what I was saying. So start shining a light on what you are. Like the negative thoughts that you have, that's your ego, and that's also not your thoughts. That's like, thoughts are literally like thought bubbles, like in a comic book. They're literally that. And they're like, ooh, she's feeling vulnerable right now. I'm gonna try to attack her. And then they try to go to you. So the way to get out of those thoughts is by observing them. So you just, without any judgment, without any good or bad judgment, just observe it. And then you realize, oh, that's not even my thought. I am beautiful. And you have to just like replace those, you have to observe it and then replace those thoughts with positive thoughts. Oh, I'm not ugly. Whoa, that was weird. My bad. I'm actually beautiful. I'm actually blah, blah. And the more you tell yourself that, so let's say you have like a lot of acne or you're having weight problems or whatever, the more you tell yourself, I am beautiful, and you actually feel it within your heart. Try to tap into your heart center because that's where your true self lies. So, and that's like, you know, your desires. So like tap into that. That way you're telling your heart, okay, I am beautiful, I am beautiful. And then your heart will make that happen for you. Your heart will make you see how beautiful you are. And your heart will, you know, motivate you to go to the gym or eat the right foods or It'll teach you, like, it'll show you all the ways you are beautiful, and then you'll have so much more appreciation for yourself. Boom. All right, this ponytail. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I just want to talk about authenticity because I'm starting to realize like that is like my main goal in this life, is to be authentic. And honestly, I've always had that within me. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody says. What I'm going to say is what I'm going to say, which, yes, you got to have a balance because sometimes you got to hold your tongue. But just because you hold your tongue doesn't mean you're being less authentic. You have to ask yourself, the reason why I would hold my tongue is because I would literally, like, now I hold my tongue for a lot of things because my entire life I didn't. And so my body and my soul is trying to balance that out, my throat chakra out. And now so like when I do hold my tongue now, it's because I'm asking myself, is this necessary to say? Am I saying this to hurt the other person? Am I saying this knowing that it's going to be a fight? It's just going to continue to be a fight. So why? Like, why am I even doing that? That's just trying to boost my own ego. But if I know that what I say is going to help the situation, or it's going to, if I know that what I'm just going to say is going to help the situation, or I know it's going to, make somebody else feel better, you only receive what you put out. And that's what I want. That's what I want. I want that good energy. I want those positive feedback. So why wouldn't I do that to somebody else? So yeah. So I was going to do my makeup, but I'm like, for what? I'm probably going to go to the gym later. And that's another thing. Like, you can still be authentic and wear makeup, honestly. You can be authentic and do whatever the hell you want. That's the point of being authentic, is doing whatever the hell you want. But if doing whatever you want is causing you to, if you're doing certain habits because you're being authentic, that's okay. But you have to remember, is this really my true self? Or is this just my ego wanting to do whatever it wants? So if you want to eat, fried foods, when you know that your soul doesn't want that and it's tired of that, and it's like, oh my God, why do you keep feeding this body fried foods? Like, you already know we gain weight easily. So, but the reason why you have a pull to those foods is because of your ego. Your ego is holding on to something. Your ego is holding on to like a trauma with food, or holding on. Usually when we eat, toxic things, it's because we're like, especially fried foods, we're trying to fill a void. And that's one thing that I had to realize, like, what is the void that I'm filling up? And you have to like become aware of like when you want those, like when you crave those foods. What I realized with me was that, I'm craving these foods when I'm bored. Like, oh shit, I'm like getting up from the couch and I'm actually going to the fridge right now and wanting to eat like bread or whatever the hell I'm eating that's not serving me, So you have to just become aware. Just keep becoming aware. Do it anyway, but because you need to soothe your ego in that sense. Because if you just do the opposite of what your ego wants, it's okay to do that sometimes, but you're just going to come back to it if you don't dive deep into why you're doing it, or if you're not becoming aware of what you're doing. So if you feel like eating shit, then eat shit, but just be aware when you do it. Like, really fully experience that. Because when you do that, then your soul can come in and is like experiencing that. And then automatically, the more you become aware of each pattern, you're going to realize, this is why I keep doing what I'm doing, or this is why I keep eating what I'm eating. Okay, I gotta do my face now. If you guys want to know what I do for my face, sometimes if I feel like I wash my face enough throughout the week, I won't wash my face in the morning. I'll just tone it down with witch hazel. Bam, witch hazel. And this cleans your face, but without drying out your face. Because if I wash my face too much, then I start to see like flaky skin. I have combination skin, so. This is hyaluronic acid. This is really good for your skin. It helps with acne. Like, honestly, it's a miracle worker. I love this stuff. And it's really freaking cheap. So don't fall. It's literally just hyaluronic acid. So don't fall for those cosmetic creams and all these creams that are like, hyaluronic acid in this. just get hyaluronic acid. It's like freaking $10 or something, or maybe $15. But it lasts like a really long time, like months. And then I do rosehip oil. I usually do rosehip oil when I'm having a breakout. Rosehip oil is another miracle worker, and it's freaking cheap. So again, don't fall for those cosmetic creams that say, oh, rosehip oil, just get rosehip oil. That's the main thing anyway. And then I get my, where's my jade roll? Oh, sorry. This is rose quartz, really good for beauty and love. And I do this every morning because actually a lot of us do this. Like a lot of us don't realize that we do, but we wake up with like really plumpy skin, and it could be because of the foods we eat or whatever the hell it is. But if you do this, you start having blood flow through your face, and then it helps even out all of the blood or the puffiness that you have every morning. So if you do this, you can get a jade roller or a rose quartz one. I actually like the rose quartz one better because I know the energy that rose quartz gives. I'm sure jade does too. I just don't know what it is, but rose quartz has always been like one of my main stones that I love. And like, what better to use than a crystal that is for self-love. I'm like rubbing this self-love all over my face so I can love my face. And it's also like clearing up my acne, all that good stuff. So there's actually some like scientific proof behind this stuff too, guys. So just look it up. If you're not into like the spiritual shit and you need science to back everything up. What else? If you wanted to, you can do some sea buckthorn oil. I love sea buckthorn too. Yeah, if you don't want to get like a roller, you can always do your hands. The reason why I like a roller is because your hands are porous, so whatever oil that you're putting on your face, which I know I'm doing it with my hands right now, but whatever oil you put on your face, if you rub it with your hands, you're just taking the oil from your face and putting it in your hands. You're like taking away from your face, so you're taking the oil from your face. So, but because I have decent skin now, man, if y'all knew me in high school, I'm sure a lot of you have, or even like just a year or 2 years ago when I used to wear makeup all the time, you can see like my acne through, and now I have like pretty clear skin. Got some breakouts. These little breakouts right here, what's perfect for that is tea tree. I don't suggest putting tea tree all over your face unless you have acne all over your face. But just dab it in like that and boom. It's very drying to the skin, so but that's why I put it with oil, so it balances it out. But yeah, that's it. Put some earrings on and get ready for the day. But that's it, guys. Just wanted to talk about authenticity while getting ready and doing my treatment hair mask and shit. So I love you guys. I'm sending love, light, and positive, all the positive vibes in the entire world, entire universe to you. Did you feel that? Did you see the light coming out of my hands? Because I did. Bye, guys.